All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Smith, his first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, come on out here. Come 11. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
58, 54. Here we go, here we go.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Howard. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
319. 630.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get up.
Here's Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
21. Ready to go. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Get up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, this one caught by Ridley.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Again, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Ito Smith. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Ready, black 25. 44. You must be dreaming. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Ready, sit up.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
We're scoreless after one. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
I'm on.
Now it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just get...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I know you ain't got it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
21.
To throw again, Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point put through by Suckup, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. This is Howard on second down. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, take that. 44 to Mike, 44.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
59, ready. 44. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Big Ed, Big Ed. Wait. What he said? 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Night, night, sweetheart.
On first down, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
That's the pass. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Let's go, Ty. 26. Check.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Out of the gun, this is Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Rodgers now on first down. That is caught inside the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Kill. He's checking.
On second down now, it's Howard, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
54. I'm coming.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check. Watch 54.
On second down, it's Howard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He wasn't ready. Slant. Protein spill. Back one. Hey, Delta. Mike's by four. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
To throw is Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready. Mike, 44. Too little, Cut. Ready, sit on it. 44.
Operating from the gun. Ryan, he sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan, and he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now from the gun, he'll throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready. Check. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. This is caught. And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left.
11. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He leaves this one for Howard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outside. Go!
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere, forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
I smell fear in that offense.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. On 2nd down now, it's Howard. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Packers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16.
Come to my world. Hey, Wahoo. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run the counter. Muhammad, and some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will extend this big lead.
38, Packers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Slam, Liz.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Running with Howard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be...
What's the old expression? 3 yards in a cloud of dust? Pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on right and chew a surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice...
Run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Blue 58. Choose the mic. Ready? Watch time.
Rodgers going to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Rodgers being chased out left. He's going to let it fly and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A give to Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last